So I am the Region 5 Vice President, and I'm attending this event on behalf of both President Elmer Gullion and I. First of all, because as you know, COVID isn't over, but the restrictions have been lifting. And for me, it is the connection, the reconnecting, the engagement, especially, having all being isolated for so long. And we wanted to take this opportunity, and I'm very grateful for the partnerships that were built and doing it on a real good job on short notice, actually, to bring our youth and elders back together, because that's how else we're supposed to carry on the traditions, the cultural learning, if we don't connect our youth and our elders. This part of the job is not work to me. So, of course I'm a professional juggler. I'm still doing phone calls and emails here and there, but mainly I've been focused, and I've asked the youth to be focused and open their hearts and minds to the teachings and the learnings here. There's so much. Like, we've only been here so far at this point for 2 days, and so we have 2 more days to go. So
explain what type of the activities, if you want to get into detail, please.
Oh, certainly. Well, we went on a nature walk. Of course, we always start every morning, our meals with a prayer, and anything that we do as well. So in the nature, we went to learn a little bit about medicinal plants, flowers, and things like that. So it was really an honor to have the elders teach us leadership, participating, and as well as the youth, and just going in hands-on. And that's with our learners, our Métis, our Indigenous youth and children. They are very much visual and hands-on learners, and for me, that was very exciting, and it was an honor to connect with Mother Earth and to be with an elder to teach us these things that are to share, because people think sometimes, that they get this knowledge and they have to keep it for themselves and their family, and that's not true. This is something we have to share with everybody for the wellness and the quality of life for everybody. Like, this is all land-based learning, so that's what we call this at the Osam Muskoka Boreal Forest Camp. It's about being out in the nature and on the land, in the water, and learning how our ancestors lived, and putting up teepees, our First Nations ancestors, of course, and learning about the poles and the significance of every piece of the teepee. So everything's very spiritual, and we're also learning language. We're learning the Cree language out here. So it's been such a blessing, and I could see the youth's eyes light up, and we're all sharing in this excitement, and and comradeship, of course, the team building too, and all the walks of life here. I'm not an appointed elder, but we have all walks of life here, and the cooks too, cooking us delicious traditional meals like Mosom and Cookum used to growing up, and and so all the delicacies too. It's just amazing. Like, we have fish, and we're learning to cut up moose meat, and had a lot of that, moose ribs and everything, and now we're going to have rabbit stew, and we're going to be cutting up fish and smoking meat on meat racks. It's phenomenal. I'm a firm believer in all different modes of learning tools. And, thankfully, a lot of our people are writing more books and documenting our stories and our histories. And, having you here, your team here, to help capture some of what is being learned here. And I think that has to be brought, the documentaries have to be brought in the classrooms, especially for, non-Indigenous peoples to kind of see, because you're not going to be able to get the same reaction, just all the time, just looking on a screen or a slideshow of just pictures. Mainly it is, the importance of building up our communities. And, this is the way that Indigenous people need to reconnect again and build partnerships. And I'm really, a firm believer that we all, as Indigenous people, need to work together more often and reach out. Like right now, of course, it's a Métis youth and culture camp, but we want, because of COVID, it's on a smaller scale. But I would really like to see, invite many First Nations youth to join us. Collaboration and reconnection, especially, having survived this, this ongoing pandemic, right?